And oh my word, look at that. The million air light, the fluorescent light that was talked about in the features, looks absolutely insane. It looks so good. Hello Flight Sim fans, and welcome to the Practically Geek channel. In this video I've landed at Buttonville Municipal Airport here in Ontario, Canada. And in today's video I'm going to be showing you a payware scenery by Roman Design. You can get the scenery from Roman Design website, which will be linked in the description below, and it's priced in around $15 or around £11 UK. Buttonville Municipal has two asphalt runways. Runway 0321 is measured in at 821 meters, while runway 15 and 33 are measured in at 1188 meters. As with all my scenery videos, I'm going to be checking out the default scenery first to show you what the airport looks like in its default state within the simulation, and then jumping into the third party scenery to see how the airport has been improved. The airport is quite a good fair size, as to say. It's two runways. It's got a mixture of main terminal buildings and hangars. As you can see down below here, there's quite a large apron area with a good few multiple stands for general aviation aircraft. The main apron comprises of general office buildings, hangars, and a terminal building. And they don't look too bad. Certainly the scenery here in Canada seems to be a bit better, especially the default airports. I can't quite obviously get my eyes from the terrain spikes in the background there, although Asobo have assured us that these will be fixed in update World Update 3, which is the UK one, which has been delayed unfortunately by about a week, so I would imagine the first week of February. The airport also has this other apron that is kind of away from the main bulk of the airport, which also has quite a large size hangar and utility or office building. So stay with me as I jump into the Roman Design Buttonville Municipal Airport and check out what they've done with this airport. Welcome back to Buttonville Municipal Airport here in Ontario, Canada. We've loaded into Roman Design's scenery and we're going to take a look at it right now. So straight off the bat, absolutely fantastic. We've got a lot of custom buildings which we'll take a better in-depth look at in just a second, but we do have a lovely retextured runway and aprons with a lot of cracks and weathering and damage in them, which looks really realistic, really nice level of detail. We have some helipads with some static custom helicopter models there, and you can see that there's all these new custom building hangars here with a nice level of detail on the hangar roofs with the weathering and the dirt. The apron textures have, as I say, they've been replaced, and the textures on these aprons look really fantastic. Remember, you will be getting quite close to those aprons because you will be taxiing and ultimately taking off your aircraft, so they will be more prominent than, say, maybe the perimeter fence, which I can see. You know, I love me fences. I spotted those straight away, but you'll see them more than the weathering on the roofs, for example. Making our way over to the more remote area of the airport where the larger hangar has now been put in place, which looks absolutely fantastic. The outer building here, which I thought was a hangar, is actually an external building not associated with the airport, but he's added in some static trucks and tankers, which looks really amazing. You can see that the second tower that's on this part of the airport is the newer tower, although when I say newer, that was I think around 2007, but it is the newer of the two. And you can see that it's got a lovely custom beacon light instead of the generic tower beacon light which is in most default airports. Taking a look in this lovely new custom hangar here, you can see really nice textures from the weathering around the edges of the building, and those spotlights and custom signage look really amazing. Heading inside the hangar, we can see some static aircraft, and the two of the hangars have got open doors, and this is the bigger one. It looks great inside, a lovely level of detail being added with tool stations and utility steps. Making our way back over to the main apron, or the bigger apron where the general aviation craft are sitting. You can see that the new custom hangars are really well done. There's a lot of them, and I appreciate the work that is being done to put these into the correct spaces and add the correct dimensions to each individual building. And I have featured Roman Design before and his Brampton Caledon Airport, which is actually not too far away from this one. Definitely a short hop in a plane. And he does some kind of witchcraft with his file sizes here, because this is actually only 3 megabytes more than the last one that he did. This is 280 megabytes, which is absolutely insane. It's incredible because they're not, you know, they're not small buildings. There's been new apron textures and runway textures being added in, custom obviously control towers and beacon lights, and it's quite impressive for such a small file size. Making our way down the main stretch of buildings, the old tower here with again a custom beacon light, and the roof textures are really good as well. The different AC units, the wiring, actually the gold copper wiring just below us there looks really incredible. The lovely custom antenna and beacon light here on the older of the two control towers, and both do have interiors which look really great. Swinging our way back over here to the second hangar that has a opening which you can start on. I'll run through some of the features of this airport in just a moment, but let's just have a look inside this hangar. And I do love the windows in here. You can see right the way through them. Sometimes creators do have trouble making interior windows visible to the outside, but you can see all the way through them with a lovely tint, like dark red tint going out to the outside there. And as you can see, these hangars have got all the custom signage with the apron lights as well. It'll be good to see them at work, hopefully in the night lighting. Just bobbing over to the landside area of this airport, you can see there is somewhat of a custom car park in place, but I do love the custom signage here as well. Look at all this Million Air with obviously custom USA and Canada flags which are animated, which is really great. And this sort of roof canopy here with the Million Air, and you can imagine people driving up into here and stopping and getting out their executive jeeps and jumping into their business jets. Lovely little quad bike here with a custom gateway to the apron. Running through the features of this airport, we've got custom high resolution PBR materials, PBR meaning physics based rendering. You'll get all those lovely lighting and reflections from metals and shinier objects. Multiple handcrafted airport buildings and hangars, which we have seen. 2 manned towers with interior modelling. Open hangar ramp 1 spot with interior modelling for small to medium general aviation aircraft. Open hangar S ramp 1 spot with interior modelling also for medium to large general aviation aircraft. Custom parking spots on several aprons and inside 2 hangars. Custom runways and taxis, the network rebuilt from the ground up with all the markings and features of the airport true to life and the charts. Runway lines do not cross another runway or taxiways. Custom taxiway night lighting, this is going to be great to see. Custom taxiway signs as close to real life as possible. The exact PAPI and VASI light placement and the slopes. Light placements and slopes rather. Custom apron textures and terrain features, which we have seen, and the app looks absolutely fantastic, especially now on this runway with the tyre marks and the cracks in the tarmac look really fantastic. Parallax windows with reflective glass and night lighting based on several custom 3D room interior renderings. Hand modelled ultra detailed airport beacon on the towers, which you can see just flashing in front of us now. Multiple signs, we've seen some lovely signage, fluorescent night backlighting, the 3D modelling there with the custom signage throughout the airport. We've got animated buses as well, which sounds amazing. Custom night lighting, which we're going to take a look at. Helipad with static helicopters, which we've seen. The animated flags, the USA one and the Canada one. And another great one was the functional tower ATC, which wasn't there before. It's dynamic taxi instructions and runway selection. So with that being said, let's rewind our watches or clocks, whatever you have at hand, to 1 AM. And let's see the night lighting here at Buttonville Municipal. And again, from Roman Design, this is an amazing bit of night lighting for this airport. Just to the left there, you can see the hangars have got all the different security lights and apron lights shining down upon the tarmac, which looks absolutely amazing. We're just going to head over to the sort of the more remote apron and hangar with the new control tower and just see what the night lighting looks there. And I tell you what, that's some really great night lighting. I love how the red warning lights and the apron lights, the interior hangar lights look absolutely incredible. And again, if you did see my other video from Roman Design, his Brampton Caledon Airport, you'll know that the night lighting impressed me on that one, and it is doing so far in this one. The runway and the taxiway lighting looks fantastic, and so does the apron lights around the blue hangars here as well. Not too sure what it is in Canada, and mind you, I've only been to the Brampton Caledon Airport, and the lights, the hangars also are all that kind of light blue around them as well. It might just be a trend in Canada for their airports, but it looks absolutely fantastic. And the night lighting on this looks incredible. Like you can see that each individual light is lighting up the concrete and apron around it. The smaller hangars and building for the helicopters and the helipad look equally as good. And oh my word, look at that. The Millionaire light, the fluorescent light that was talked about in the features, looks absolutely insane. It looks so good, and so does the ARGB sign on this kind of lower control tower looking building. It looks really great. The backlighting from the sort of the sign behind it, it looks really realistic actually. So does the interior lights around the buildings. And I tell you what, that's some really great parallax window textures along with the lighting that's also coming through. Those spotlights on the edge of the buildings, again doing their job, and they are lighting that apron so realistically. I'm really impressed with the night lighting and the placements of each individual light. It looks incredible. Equally, the night lighting on this landside canopy area with the Millionaire signs and those spotlights look really bonkers. They look great, some of the best I've seen since doing these videos. I'm utterly impressed with the work that's gone into the night lighting on this particular airport. The lighting on this smaller hangar looks incredible. The reflections on the roof and the side metal shutters look really stellar. They look amazing. And overall, I am thinking this is probably one of the best airports for night lighting. I'm really impressed. The night lighting in the Barrow, Alaska airport by Sergio Del Rosso was absolutely fantastic. This is also really great as well, and the lights are even reflecting off this off my Piper Seminole aircraft here as well. And look at that, isn't that fantastic? The Millionaire sign looks incredible. I am blown away by that. Stay with me as we check out the before and after videos for Buttonville Municipal Airport. I'm going to be showing you some of the default scenery and the payware scenery, both at the same time, so you can get a good look. And a good tip is to pause it if you want a really good look at them. You've got ample time to pause the video and have a look at both images. They will be displayed at the same time, so enjoy this next part. This has been Buttonville Municipal Airport in Ontario, Canada. It is created by Roma Design, and I recommend you go over to the website, link in the description below, his own website, and purchase it there if you are interested. Comes in at $15, and that is around, rounded up to about £11 UK. I strongly recommend it. I think the changes that I've made are more than enough to warrant the purchase. So if you've enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up, and please consider subscribing to the Practically Geek channel for more videos just like this. Thank you for watching, and I will see you again very, very soon.